This right here is the all-new Chilipad 2.0, Chilipad by sleepme. They sent this to me for early access to test it out. Today I'm gonna show you what's in the box, what it looks like, how the experience is, and if this thing is actually worth the money. We do have links down in the description. If you do plan to buy it, use discount codes and links that help support the channel. So let me show you what's inside. They did not pay me to make this video, but they did give me this product for free to test it out, and the affiliate links help support the channel. Now, as you know, I test a lot of bed cooling devices. This helps cool your mattress. It uses water and pumps liquid at Chilipad through the mattress cover. There's a little base station that you fill up with water. The issue I had with the previous Chilipad, the Dock Pro, was that the tank would empty out of water very quickly. No tools, no stress, just temperature controlled sleep. So that was one of the reasons I did not like it. The reason I did love it is that hardware buttons, something 8sleep does not have. 8sleep is my favorite kind of bed cooling mattress. It is very expensive. There's a subscription. This has no subscription. This is the kind of the setup. You get the bed cover, the hub. There's now a remote and physical buttons on the device and a 2-year warranty. We've got the water hose. It's all black now. That's cool, unique and different. Maybe they're trying to copy the 8sleep colors. Now there's other products. It's not just sleepme and Chilipad. 8sleep, obviously we know of. Orion is another one that's been coming out. I want to test that out. Let me know in the comments below if you want to see that. BedJet, and then there's a few others I think too. So I want to experience all of them. This is the hydro layer, the water infused cover that goes inside of the cover mattress, the water filled core inside your cover. I think usually when you purchase it, this is already built in, but it looks like this comes separate. I assume maybe this just gives you more ability to replace this. They did have sleep tracking on one of the models where you could purchase a sleep tracking component. This new one does not have sleep tracking. It is only for one side of the bed, so you'll need 2 Dock Pros, or I guess Chilipad 2.0 is what they're called now. One for each side. But the value there is if you just want to cool down your side of the bed and your partner doesn't want their side cooled or managed, you save some money. Or if you're just single like me, you only need one side of the bed covered. It's like, are you really sleeping on the other side? Probably not. So it's all black. You got the tubing inside. You can see the tubing is more like diagonal, or I guess like diamond shaped, not circles. This is where the tubing gets plugged in, the hose, so that way you can pump water in and out and change the temperature. These things go extremely cold and extremely warm. In terms of heating and cooling, they're all very effective. I tested them with like thermal guns and cameras. I will retest this one too. But from a bed cooling perspective, most of these technologies have never had issues with heating and cooling. It's the maintenance having to fill up water, leaking issues because this is now water, so you gotta be careful. If I tap this with my scissors, I could cut it and it would start leaking. It does feel very thin. It's very interesting that the hydro layer is a separate piece. We have a system cleaner. 8sleep will ship you one every 6 months, but this is it's the same system cleaners they used to have before. Chilipad, obviously. Water is maintenance. I think people don't realize, like if you have a cold plunge, any kind of water cooling system, it can grow mold, bacteria inside. So one, I just try to use distilled water to maintain that there's no minerals and buildup throughout the tubing. And 2, use the system cleaner or hydrogen peroxide. Sometimes they recommend that. And that just helps maintain the life cycle of the system itself. So you want to take care of it. But ideally you want to put the system cleaner and everything else in it at least as possible. Here is the dock. Yo, they even have jokes. Yes, under here we're even cool. Not necessarily in that order. Ha! Bunny! Sleepme. 2 temps, 0 compromises. Now, here you can see what it would look like with a Dock Pro on each side. You have a left Dock Pro, a right Dock Pro with the covers on top. So you would need 2 of these docks to be able to support a 2-sided cooling system, which is one downside, whereas the 8sleep is just one hub. And Orion, I don't know how much that is, but I would love to do a 3-way competition against the 3. Maybe Orion wants to send me one. That'd be cool. Okay, they got jokes on their boxes. I gotta give them credit for that. The brains of the operation. Yo, y'all funny. They really went with the black theme here. Okay, they really said this is the 2.0, we're gonna change it. This is the Dock 2.0 Chilipad by sleepme, and it looks pretty much the same as the previous device, but it's black now. The lid cover seems to be better, improved. It does look higher quality. Looks like we already have a cleaning unit inside of there too. Whoa, I think this is gonna screw on better, which is nice. The downside is this tub. This tub is like 1/3 of the 8sleep tub. And there's another one that I actually tested recently. I forgot the name, Hydro Snooze maybe. They're also a water cooling device. It looks blue like a pool. They really copy like the pool mindset. It's all black. You have the buttons. You have the power button here, plus minus for temperature control. You have the vents here, which you'll have to clean every once in a while. Power, USB-C, and the 2 nozzles on the back. Wow, this is pretty nice. Comes with a standard power outlet, 3-prong, and the new nightstand remote. Cool on command. Okay, this is, oh, I hope I didn't break it. Shervin shares and Shervin breaks. It comes with a 2-prong power outlet and a threaded USB-C cable. That's kind of cool. I wonder if I could just use a USB-C hub because you're already charging your phone and stuff next to it. So it looks like it pairs with your dock automatically. You can see your room conditions. I would love to see air quality as well. That's really cool. And it has rear USB-C ports to charge your phone. Genius. So as you can see here, you can turn this. It's like a Nest thermostat. It literally looks and feels like a Nest thermostat. We have USB-C power, a 15 watt output. iPhones support 25 watt. We would have loved to see that. But maybe I can plug in my Apple Watch charger. Got the Chilipad logo right here. This is the dock display, and these are their genius jokes. We can't wait to sleep with you. Haha, finally, someone sleeps with me. So these are all like the icons. I know one thing people really want is airplane mode on some of their bed cooling devices. This device does have airplane mode. It does not need an internet connection. Your Wi-Fi goes out, it will still work. The second big box, it says start here, which we're not starting here, but that's okay. I assume this is the bed cover where that cooling pad piece, water chill thing will go inside of. We've got another quick start guide, directions right here, ton of information. And here it is. This is the cover for a US Queen and UK King. I love that everything's bigger in the US. That is so funny. We've got a second Chilipad water hose, a second hydro layer, which is the water filling for the cover, more system cleaners, and finally a second dock. Like I said, you need 2 docks if you want to power 2 sides of the bed. So they did send me docks for both sides of a queen. Each device is separately controlled. Each device will have its own remote with a USB-C charging cable, which is cool. You can have your own physical Nest thermostat on the nightstand. I think that's pretty unique. First one, where you don't have to like reach under your bed. The second thing is I love that these water chillers are pretty thin. Like the height-wise are pretty short. The Eat Sleep's about 18, 19 inches. You have to get a very tall bed if you want to slide it underneath. And you also need to have space around this for venting because it's going to output a lot of heat and cold air when it's being used. But if you want to be able to slide this underneath your bed, you can definitely slide this under most beds that have enough height. Whereas the 8 Sleep, I think Orion, you probably cannot. Most definitely cannot unless you buy those really tall beds, which is what I did. Now, this is the cover. I assume it's gonna cover both sides of the 8 Sleep. And let's say I didn't wanna put the water hose cooling on one side, I can only put it on one side inside the cover. And previously, the cover was like a half cover, which is the one I had before, and that can move around. If it doesn't wrap around the mattress, you can have issues with that. So now I'm curious how well this can hold and stay on a mattress without it moving around. So let's open this sucker up. So it looks like they made some upgrades, which I'm very excited about. It now, as you can see right here, it wraps around the mattress. The black part is the top. We've got a lot of webbing, which will go underneath the mattress. And this right here, it covers the entire thing. And to be able to slide in those water cooling covers, which I wish they were inside of it, but they're not. It looks like we slide it in right here. We got a little hole for the tubing, but there are definitely a lot more pieces. But this is the cover. In terms of the surface and feel, it might make your mattress feel a little more firm. This does feel relatively soft. Obviously, it adds another layer to your mattress. So if your partner doesn't want the cooling part, they just have to be comfortable with at least the cover on. And then this is the water infusion section, which you slide in here. Looks like it's got some straps to lock into place. And then we'll have to put it on and see how the overall experience is. So let's place this and power it up and see how the heating, cooling times are, and my overall thoughts on this new Chilipad 2.0. Link is in the description.